since I did Flash for its season 5 premiere, decided why not do Arrow with season 7 premiere. And we go a long way back with Arrow, so this video is probably going to be longer. So let's get on with it. I started watching Arrow around the time that season 3 was still going on around. The first 2 seasons were on Netflix and I decided to watch it. Arrow season 1 was the start of the Arrowverse. Without Arrow, we would have no Flash, Supergirl, or Legends of Tomorrow. The first season has an excellent dark tone that fits our main character and the other characters as well, and introduces us to a fresh Green Arrow story. While unlike the comics, it is pretty good. The Dark Archer is a great villain to match up with Arrow. My favorite episode has to be the season 1 finale. Season finale is always good. Because of the same reasons Flash finale is good. Only that this episode has an excellent cliffhanger as opposed to Flash. Arrow season 2 was actually a step up from season 1. The villain got better, the acting got better, the characters changed and evolved, tough choices are made, decisions affect the outcome of the season, and the story is so good. Deathstroke, a Batman villain, is used very carefully here and is well executed. My favorite scene overall has to be his reveal, and probably my favorite scene of the series overall. My favorite episode has to be the season 2 finale, Lightning Strikes Twice, with the finale bringing new opportunities, great decisions, and something that we'll be looking forward to. Arrow season 3 kinda pulled a Flash season 3 and declined in quality. Ra's al Ghul was yet another Batman villain, although not done as good or interesting as Deathstroke. The first half of the season wasn't bad, but the quality seems like it had been down a little bit. But it wasn't very obvious. However, things took a massive turn in episode 9, and the series declined there. Some characters were becoming unbearable to watch, and the storyline and subplots isn't as interesting to watch. The season finale, like Flash season 3 finale, was bad. In my opinion, they both had similarities, such as defeating the villain in an unsatisfactory way. The main character goes somewhere else by the end and leaves the team. My favorite episode is episode 8, where Barry comes in and makes the episode more interesting, especially seeing how Arrow is darkened with the flash of light and how those two contrast. Arrow season 4, my gosh, this was a very bad season. The season tried to be more lighthearted, but the tone doesn't work for Arrow. The villain that's introduced is entertaining to watch, but doesn't make sense in a show where everything is grounded. They shouldn't have added a magic type villain in the Arrow, because the Arrow itself basically is useless. They also make unnecessary choices like killing off an important character that was important to the Arrow storyline. I couldn't stand any characters here since there was too much drama that took away from the main storyline. A balance of drama and action is what made seasons 1, 2, and the first half of 3 good. And the season finale, oh my gosh, it is so bad, it's so entertaining. But it's still pretty bad nonetheless, it is the worst season finale I've seen. What a bad way for the season to wrap up. Only episode that I really enjoyed and would go back to was episode 5, where Constantine showed up. An interesting character with a great outcome for the episode. Breath of fresh air. Season 5 of Arrow was the redemption of the show after Season 4's mess. This season finally returned to the roots of what made Arrow great and features new likable characters. Old characters are good again, the most interesting villain Arrow has ever had in my opinion, and an intriguing storyline with action and drama that makes sense. Now, this season isn't perfect by all means, but really is a step up from the travesty that is Season 4. And the Season 5 finale really brings the best out of Arrow. My favorite episode of Season 5, and maybe one of my favorite episodes of the whole series, is the Season 5 finale. Well executed, bringing back characters from the past, and a culmination of 5 years that Arrow has spent in the island he was stranded in. Season 6 of Arrow was a mixed bag. What I mean by that, it was just the middle of a road season. Not bad, but not good either. The season premiere was pretty disappointing considering that they only killed off one character. The first half dragged, but was intriguing to say the least. However, once the mid-season finale hit, that's where it all went wrong. The arc that the team had to handle in the middle of the season was poorly handled and made me want to not watch the new characters that were once likable in Season 5. It continued to go bad until they decided to bring back an original character. I can't believe it took an original character from the show to redeem the season. Things only got better from there. The villain was an alright villain, Ricardo Diaz. It made no sense that the main character that he faced off against his weakest foe, but they played it off very well. And it seems like the next villain makes him more powerful than he seems to be, so that's good. The Season 6 finale, while not as good as the Season 2 and 5 finale, did the job and offered a pretty entertaining, emotional, and shocking season finale. It could only get better from here. My favorite episode has to be episode 18, where a certain character from Season 5 returns and makes the episode even better than it had any right to be. The dark tone still was consistent and characters were forgiven in the end. And I'm excited for Season 7. And so that's it. I heard that the CW was pushing its censors to the limit with Arrow Season 7, and with the direction they're going in right now, I really hope it gets better. It seems to be Season 7, probably one of the best seasons, and I really hope so. So that's it. 5 People Century, and I'll see you in the next video.